Hello, hello. I think I'm live. Hello, hello. Yep. Oh, sorry if that you got some feedback there. Okay. Only a minute late. That's not so bad. Just let me know in the comments if there's anything wrong with the stream, just to make sure that the audio's good and everything. So I don't really have anything necessarily planned for this stream. Other than to kind of interact with the chat, if anyone shows up, that is. This probably won't be a particularly long stream unless lots of people show up, then I'll probably keep it going, but we'll see. I just spent several hours working on a new video, so yeah, we'll be getting that up probably tonight, hopefully. So that'll be something on the twin paradox. It's a bit of a slower video, lots of explanation. It's meant to be to hopefully try and explain all the weirdness of the twin paradox. I uploaded some animations for it onto my channel not that long ago, but I didn't have any commentary or anything with them, so this new video uses those animations and provides some explanation. Sorry if this sounds weird, I'm just trying to adjust my microphone, get it in the right spot. The arm on my microphone is like the exact length of my desk, so it can be kind of hard to get it centered well. Yeah, I like to sometimes play games where I can just kind of do something while I wait for people to show up. The issue with Universe Sandbox is that I'd really like to have some people suggest some things. But I'm still kind of learning. I had the classic version. I played that a bit back when that came out, but I haven't played it very much since, so I just bought the new version. So I'm still kind of just relearning how this all works. I'll just look at some of these scenarios. Oh. It was very fast. Hold on a second. I just realized I forgot something. I forgot to have the little viewer pop-out dashboard. One thing I like, OBS has some kind of built-in Twitch dashboard, so you can see like how many viewers you have and everything. YouTube has a pop-out one that you can use, but it's not quite as convenient as just having it right in OBS, so it's too bad that, unless I'm missing something, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so I've been making lots of videos lately, trying to really kind of jumpstart my channel again. It's kind of been dead for a long time, and I'm hoping that I can get it. Well, my dream would be to be able to get it to, 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 300, so I'm almost getting somewhere with it. I'm still just kind of trying to find my niche and figure out what it is people would like to see from my channel. But hopefully, hopefully that'll happen. Hello, Burger821. Welcome to the stream. I'm just looking at the tidally locked Earth just to see what that's like. Got totally frozen on one side and doesn't quite look barren, but it should probably be pretty barren on the front side here. The cool thing about, well, I shouldn't say the cool thing about tidally locked planets, because we don't actually know this for certain. This is just kind of a guess. But it's possible that tidally locked planets, like Proxima b, the planet that one of my recent videos was about, that's likely landlocked. But the cool thing about landlocked planets is that it's possible they have a band of habitable area, like kind of the whole way down on either side, in between the front and the back, the day and the night sides, because the night side would probably be too cold and the day side would be too hot, but there could be a thin little strip of just the right temperature that life could do well, and I think that'd be pretty interesting. Probably my biggest regret in life is that I probably won't live to see what alien planets actually look like, because there's no reason necessarily to think that like Earth is the only way a planet can have life. You know, there's probably any number of possibilities that we'll probably just never see, and it's quite sad. But hopefully future generations will get to see that anyway. So yeah, I'm not sure what... I wonder, does this simulation do anything? Other than just, like, spaz out the weather? No, I think it's just about it. I think it's just kind of the shape and direction and weather of it. Let's look at something different. We could just do solar system with everything in it. We could do something interesting, like, the Tesla Roadster. What if the Tesla Roadster was... Earth... 1 Earth mass. Does that actually... I suppose I wouldn't be able to tell if it's actually gotten any bigger. I don't have anything to compare it against. Can I shoot a golf ball at Earth at the speed of light? I'm assuming that's a thing I can do. Let's see. Still kind of learning this. Let's see, I know that I can launch a ring or sphere of particles at set velocity at the selected object. Oh. I don't think that's what I want. Tools. Laser explode force. Then you click on the planet, go to motion, and scroll down all the way. You can freeze it. It will still rotate, but it will freeze in space. Oh, so you mean like, what was that? If you click on the planet, go to motion, and scroll all the way down, you can freeze it. Position lock? So that's just so it doesn't move while I do things? Okay. What am I looking for? Fly, search. It must be... Oh, material maybe. No. Yes, you can experiment with it. It will still rotate. I see. Okay, so if I speed... Actually, this is going really slow. Why is this... Oh, I had it paused. Okay. Ooh. To add something, you go to add and pick anything. Yeah. So... Under teapot, maybe? Objects. Okay, right. Golf ball. I can put a golf ball in orbit. I can launch it. Okay, I actually want to slow this down a little bit. Let's do, like... Yeah, that's not bad. Launch velocity. Okay. Light speed. Actually, for this, I should probably slow the simulation way down so I can actually see what's happening. Because if I stop time, I can click on the ball and edit its motion. Okay. Because, yeah, I don't understand... It's going like the opposite direction that I shoot it? Like it's flying the other way? So I don't quite get that. Unless like does launch velocity have to be negative? Odd, yeah. Why are they going backwards? What a weird thing. 'Cause like... Oh, it's not that they're going backwards, it's just they want to go in that direction. Weird. They really... Gives you a good sense of just how slow light speed actually is. Like, this is sped up 30 times. Although... That's not quite right. That light speed's faster than that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they're going so slow. Neither of them are even gonna hit. I don't know, for whatever reason the targeting on this is really weird. Okay, what if I just shoot it perfectly straight? Might be just the solar system simulation is weird. Because for light speed... Or did I not actually adjust... Do I have to adjust the number? Oh, I have to click on it afterwards. Maybe it's the gravity. Yeah, yeah, so I think what's happening is I thought I was shooting that light speed, but I didn't actually adjust the speed. Do you have to adjust the speed after shooting it? Because I don't think I could actually change the number. But let's see. Speed. Light speed. I want 1. Well, that guy just... He's gone. I'm gonna slow this way down. Well, slow it down to like reality. 2 seconds per second, sure. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why can't I just set the oh, because I have auto on. Okay. Let's set that to... Yeah, I might try an empty simulation. Oh shit. Did I just crash it? Uh-oh. I think that crashed. Oh, no. I was just going very slow. Oh. Oh no. The US is pretty prone to crashing in my experience, though. Oh, Universe. It took me a second. I was like, US? Universe Sandbox, right. Yeah, no, I think it is. I mean, especially if you do crazy stuff like that. Although, wait a minute. It's still working. No, it didn't crash. It seemed to recover. It looked close there, but I don't know what the heck is going on here. Let's speed this up a little bit to see what happened. Let's try just the Earth. Let's do a... Come on, how do I do this? Go back. Let's do an empty. Empty sim. Let's add the Earth. Okay. There we go. Nothing to interfere. Just tried it yourself, really liked your game. Yeah. I guess shooting golf balls at light speed into planets is a difficult thing for computers to simulate. Must be. Let's see, maybe like without the whole solar system, and I'll try it at maybe half. Let's try half the speed of light. Let's see what this does. What? Why would it spawn all the way over there? What? Why is it... Why are they... I must be missing something. Is it just that they're flying straight through the Earth? Is that what's happening? Like, I don't get it. Let's try this again. Add. Launch. Let's shoot it from far away. Am I shooting them at light speed? I'm shooting them at half light speed. But they're just appearing on the other side. Maybe it's because my my simulation speed is too high. It's like, by the time it's actually like rendered, it's already on the other side of the planet. Let's try something like that. No. Try shooting an asteroid or moon. Yeah, I might try. Oh. Oh! There we go. Yeah, it's just my simulation speed was too high. So, like, they were just basically appearing on the other side of the planet. Even that was too high. You have to, like, really go way out. There we go. Maybe. You have to really slow this down. I mean, light speed's pretty fast, so... Even still, it's just hitting instantly. Okay, this one. Okay, now we can actually watch it hit. Didn't hit. It just shot past. Okay, let's try something like... What should we try? I want something on the smaller side. I guess we could do like a moon. Let's crash Io into the planet. Let's have it go like... Let's have it go like 0.1 times the speed of light. We'll see what happens. Oh, that's going very fast. Oh. Is it gonna hit? There we go. Just gone. Just gone. Okay, I'm gonna do a new empty one, get rid of all these golf balls. So apparently, if you shoot a moon at the Earth, it's just gone. Let's put the Earth here. Let's do something slower. Something that we can actually watch. Like an asteroid. Do we got a minor, Pluto? Here's a space question. What if we put a black hole the size of a ballpoint on a pen next to a Jupiter-sized planet? What would happen? Would it actually eat the planet? Okay, so that depends on... That depends on what you mean by place. So... Well, actually, no, a couple things. Ballpoint pen-sized black hole. A ballpoint pen-sized black hole is very small, even for a black hole. I don't know if it would actually do anything to Jupiter. Like, Jupiter would probably just eat it. Like, it might very slowly consume Jupiter from, like, the inside. Because, like, Jupiter would probably pull it in, and then over, like, millions or billions of years, it would just kind of slowly consume, like, steal all of Jupiter's mass. That's if you, like, literally just placed it next to Jupiter. If it was, like, in orbit around Jupiter, then it would just be, like, a piece of debris. Like, it wouldn't act, like, black holes don't actually do anything different than any other large object. Like, the gravity of a black hole works the same as, like, the gravity of a star or a planet. So, if a black hole's orbiting something, or if something's orbiting the black hole, it won't actually be disturbed. So, yeah, it depends a lot on where and how you place it. It would probably mess with, like... Well, actually, I don't know. The ball of a ballpoint is very small. I might actually have to get an idea here of what I'm actually... Well, I mean, I'm in the simulator. I might as well just do this. I can probably spawn in a black hole, like a tiny little black hole, see what happens. Why wouldn't I just do that? Okay, let's put Jupiter. Okay, now. I do a black hole. Now the question is, though, Like, oh my god. That's freaky. That looks kind of freaky. 10 million solar masses, 1 million solar mass. Okay, yeah, 1 solar mass. Okay, here we go. So I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to put this down. Let's see if I just stick it like here. Now I'm going to edit this. Let's make it... Well, I mean, what would the ball of a ballpoint be? It wouldn't even be like 1 gram, would it? Like, that's teeny tiny. Okay, so right now I think it's just in orbit. Oh, oh shit. Whoa. I was like, why isn't it doing anything? Because it was paused. Okay. So you see what I mean? If it's in orbit, it'll just stay in orbit. It'll be like a moon. And this will basically be stable forever, because the black hole's not going to do anything that a moon wouldn't. I'm curious if this will tell me 1 gram. What is the surface gravity? Did that actually change though when I changed the mass? So like if I did the if I did this one again just to look at its information, and I looked at surface gravity, 1.5 times 10 to the 10 kilometers per second. Okay, you can now go away because you are going to really mess things up. Go away. And then this, so that was 1.5 times 10 to the 10. This is 3 times 10 to the 43. Okay. Still insanely powerful if you get close. Because, well, the thing is, surface gravity on something this small is... You have to be very close to it for gravity to actually be that strong. I'd be curious what the gravity from a reasonable distance would be. Oh. Yeah, it's so tiny that the game doesn't even let me get close to it. It just can't. It doesn't know what to do with it. Mass 1 gram. Oh, Schwarzschild radius is nothing. It's like 1.5 times 10 to the minus 27 millimeters. So like in order to actually become trapped in a black hole that small, you would have to basically touch it. You would have to basically like go to it and reach out and touch it. And they would probably be very painful because the smaller a black hole, the greater the difference in gravity, the further away you go. Right? Because a very huge black hole, the gravity drops off very slowly. So if you're near a huge black hole, your whole body's going to feel the same amount of gravity. But a really tiny black hole is going to have super high gravity really close to it, and then like a millimeter away, the gravity's going to be way weaker, and then like another millimeter away, it's going to be way weaker. So you'd basically have to like reach out and touch this thing, and then it would like rip your body to shreds. Or something like that. As for Jupiter, I'm going to see what happens if... What did I even do? The game won't let me zoom. Okay. Let's see what happens if I give this no velocity so that it falls into Jupiter. I'm assuming that's what will happen. Yeah, it's falling straight in. Let's slow this down so we can actually see it happen. Okay, so according to this, the black hole won, which probably makes sense, but I don't know if that would actually, like, it wouldn't happen that quickly, I don't think. And I just realized actually I did something wrong here. So instead of I made it the mass of a ballpoint. I didn't make it the size. Those are two very different things. So now I'm curious, if I do this again and actually do this properly, let's put down Jupiter. Let's do a little, well, not really little, but kind of little. Okay, because like a black hole with the mass of the sun is going to be like 3 kilometers across, so the Schwarzschild radius is not necessarily the physical size of the black hole, but it's the point of no return. It's the blackness of the black hole. So that's generally what people kind of think of as the size of the black hole. Because the black hole itself is a physical structure of some kind. We don't really know what exactly. But the blackness you see is just the area that its gravity is stronger, is strong enough to pull in all light and let none escape. That's what causes the blackness. So if I do this and I changed it to like, I don't know, a millimeter, I guess. Do millimeters and 1. So that gives me the size of a ballpoint pen, gives me a mass of 11% of the Earth's mass. So yeah, if it was in orbit, it would effectively be a moon of Jupiter. Like it would act the same way as a moon. Then if it got close to Jupiter, I mean, we saw with the super tiny one I made, if it got close to Jupiter, it would be like, let's give this, well, you know what, actually, rather than just have it fall in, I wonder if instead I just made the orbit smaller. Let's do like that. Let's see what happens here. This is gonna do something. I'm gonna slow this way down because this is probably gonna be something weird. Whoa, what the? That's one thing that kind of startles me about this game, the way it'll just zoom right in like that, super quick. But yeah, you can see, yeah, it looks freaky. The way it's bending the light around it. Another question is whether a black hole that small would exist, and I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I don't know if it even knows what it's doing here. It's just sitting there. It should be moving. Jupiter is gaining speed. And this is gaining... Okay, so are they just heading towards each other? Is that what's happening? But, yeah, Jupiter is still by far the, I guess the stronger body here in terms of, like, gravity and everything. So, my guess is this game, I think, is just automatically always favors the black hole. But let's see what happens when it actually touches. Yeah, the black hole just consumes it. In real life, I would imagine that would be a fairly long sort of fight to the death. But it is interesting. Black holes are interesting things, because we don't really know all that much about them. Like, there's so many questions about... Have I tried terraforming? No. I've seen that that's something that people do. I'm curious... Because you can just kind of, it's an option in here, isn't it? Planetscaping? Like adding water and... Like, if I'm gonna slow this down. So, like, yeah, if I added... Water. Add. Melt. What does melt do? I guess... Oh! Okay. I'm guessing... I'm pretty sure you can go like to a planet and change its composition. Yeah. I'm guessing if I just add water to Mars, it's all just going to evaporate or freeze. I'd have to heat it up first, so I would have to do something like... what would I have to do to Mars? Water vapor elevation. I mean, I can raise the temperature, but... Ooh. Will that raise the... Like, will it stay? Or is it just gonna cool right back down? I guess I could do that along the poles. So I guess this is like equivalent to like nuking it or something. You put a few moons in Mars's orbit and it gained water for some reason. Huh. I'm not really sure what would cause that. I mean, if the moons were big enough, it could cause some kind of heating in the planet. Very close to it. Yeah, it's... feels... yeah, I mean, this is pretty much like nuking. Well, it's actually pretty, warm now, 8 degrees. Just like melt. It's like snowing, it looks like. Oh, I'm making it too hot now. Now let's see if I add water. Well, the thing is, it still doesn't have an atmosphere, though. I mean, the water is staying, but composition. Oh, I can even change its core. Mass, radius, density, age, magnetic fields. Yeah, Mars doesn't have a magnetic field. Surface. Overview. I'm guessing there's something in here about atmosphere. I mean, heating it should add atmosphere. Like, it should release the... it should melt the dry ice at its poles. I would expect. Visuals. Atmosphere. But like how much of an atmosphere? Oh, no, core pressure. That's not what I want. Surface. Sea level. Motion. I don't know. Must be missing something, but I don't see anything about the atmosphere. Density, average temperature, rotation speed, orbital period, age, surface gravity. I mean, the water is staying. Well, in some places it is. It's just the atmosphere is not thick enough. So it'll boil away. I mean, I could add water vapor, I guess. Good water. I mean, that's the big thing. That's like the main thing for terraforming Mars is its atmosphere. So it's got to be in here somewhere. Motion. Wouldn't be under motion. Tidal effects. Yeah, I'm guessing if you added moons and it caused water to appear, it was probably might have been a tidal effect that caused heating, which released water, because Mars has water kind of in its soil. Like, I think it's generally believed that if Mars were to heat up, that water would kind of seep out to the surface, or it has like ice in its soil. But it's one of those things that we just don't really know. Composition, surface. Is it because convert all water on the surface to liquid? Okay. Right. I mean, that is something. Freeze all, melt all, vaporize all, sea level, boiling point, freezing point. Yeah, because you see the temperature at which liquid turns to gas on the surface. Yeah, because the atmosphere is so thin, the boiling point is going to be so low. Oh! Finally. Atmosphere. Yeah. Everything I did hasn't actually changed the atmosphere composition, which is interesting. So, what should I do to add an atmosphere? Can I add, like, I mean, I can shoot it with, like, lasers, I think. Shape, ring, sphere. Oh. I can change... Yeah, I can change the amount of atmosphere. I'm just wondering if there's, like, a realist, like a, you know, a way to do it that isn't just changing the number, but like launch a stream of particles, hydrogen, iron, silicate. There are some ideas on how you would actually terraform Mars. One belief is that if you were able to give Mars a artificial magnetic field, that would block the solar winds so that Mars could recover its atmosphere on its own. So basically the idea is that Mars kind of has gases and stuff in its soil that's kind of replenishing its atmosphere but the solar wind is just constantly stripping it away. So that's one possibility. I don't know if this game would simulate that, though. That would be interesting. What if I shoot it with lasers? See, like that kind of heating should probably release some gas. That should... Oh, I made the atmosphere smaller. Yeah. I probably made it super, super hot. Yeah. Average temperature 300 degrees. That's not gonna do it. Material, transform. I don't know, I might just have to do like... Geez, this is quite the planet. Average day in Florida, yeah. Okay, let's see what happens if I do just change it. What if I change it to 1 Earth mass atmosphere? Okay. Fragments. What are the fragments? This is gonna mess with the atmosphere now. And the atmosphere is gonna make it very... actually, it's still cooling. Maybe if I spray this with water or something. Let's try that. Materials, water. What if I do like... I don't want to do an Earth mass of water. Earth ocean mass. Let's do like a 1/10 of the ocean. And let's just spray it on this. I think this is doing something? Is it? I might misunderstand what it means by particle mass. Because if these particles are... one-tenth of the Earth's ocean each, probably be seeing something. I mean, it's looking pretty crazy. It's weird. The atmosphere looks very... Oh! Oh, there is a ton of water on there now. I think that's water. I'm gonna slow this down even more. The atmosphere is just in the way. Visuals. Let's do... Oh! Why is the... Yeah, I don't know why the atmosphere was so orangey, but whatever I just did made it be better. Look at that. Let's, that looks pretty cool. It's still, like, molten on this side, though, even though it's in an ocean. What does it say surface temperature is? Average temperature is still 300 degrees. Yeah, I didn't realize I was adding so much water, so like most of the planet's just water now. Imagine seeing Mars with water. That would be something. You know, all that's here is like this strip of land. Oops. I mean, I probably added so much water, this probably increased the mass of the planet. Like, how many is Mars an option here? No. little islands. I wonder if this is ever going to go away. I kind of messed that up. I mean, this side's looking pretty nice. Not so much this side, though. It's looking pretty, messed up. I do wonder... Oh, it's just big balls of water. There's like planet-sized balls of water there now. What about Venus? Like, could you... I think, I don't remember if it was you, Burger821, or if it was somebody else, but somebody asked about, like, why Venus sometimes looks different. So, like, this is what Venus looks like if you were to look at it with your eyes. It's just a blob, basically. It's just all atmosphere. But if you were to turn off the atmosphere, this is what the surface of Venus looks like. So this is what it looks like if you are, you know, scanning it using something that penetrates through the atmosphere. This is what you would get. But normally, this is all you would ever see. And you would need to get rid of, like, to terraform Venus, you would have to get rid of a lot of atmosphere. Because yeah, the atmosphere is 93 times the Earth's in terms of density. So yeah, surface pressure 91 atmospheres. So if I changed, well actually no, because Venus is slightly smaller, I would want slightly more atmosphere. Because the smaller the planet, the more atmosphere you need in order for it to be one atmosphere on the surface. Because smaller planet, less gravity, so the atmosphere is not being as compressed as much. So you need more of it to kind of weigh it down to create the higher pressure. So yeah, this is what Venus would look like with an Earth sort of atmosphere. Interesting. Does that cool it down at all? Boiling point is 99.8. So, average temperature 422. So, yeah. Can you turn a star into a black hole? Yeah, I mean, you can turn anything into a black hole. The only requirement to make something into a black hole is just a lot of stuff. Like for instance, if I launched, I don't know, the moon, a pulsar. A pulsar is kind of a specific thing that can happen. Like it has to undergo a certain process. So, I mean, I'm sure you can do it, like in the game. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure exactly what you would have to do in order for that to happen. But yeah, if I like just kept shooting... Oh, well, that's not gonna work. I mean, this is probably gonna be way too slow to make it to a black hole, but if, I mean, I could probably do it to the sun. Like... I mean, all I would have to do is increase mass, right? So if I up the mass to, say... Ooh, my god, look at Mars. If you increase density, yeah, I guess that would do it. If I, like, times 10 the density... Did that do anything? Times 10 again? Like, see how tiny it's getting? Again. 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 I mean, this should, become a black hole. Yeah, there we go. Because, I mean, basically black holes are just, you know. Now if I lower, what if I lower the, oh wait, no, I'm lowering the surface temperature. What if I lower the density? Will it like, it'll just get bigger. Yeah, but it'll still just be a black hole. How big is this actually, I wonder? Like, across, Schwarzschild radius 3 kilometers. So yeah, so the sun as a black hole is 3 kilometers. That's pretty tiny. You'll notice though, even if I make the sun into a black hole, the solar system more or less stays the same because the actual mass at the center didn't change. You know, what the mass is changed, like everything's going to be much darker now, but the orbits are going to be more or less the same. I'm curious if I speed this up. I mean, I did mess with some other things, so I'm curious to see what'll happen. Everything's more or less just going on as normal. Those water, like, planets are just hidden through the asteroid belt. Well, I guess that's probably the main reason Mars... I had the simulation speed so low. I was like, I'm wondering why Mars isn't cooling off, and it's because the simulation was so slow. Well, actually, now that the sun is a black hole, I won't even be able to see it. It's just gonna be total... wait, no, I can see it. Okay, so I guess this, like, this, simulation just has light at the center no matter what. Maybe. I'm curious if I slow this way back down. So yeah, it's just totally water. Because I added so much water, because I didn't realize how much I was adding. Mars, the water world. Interesting. Let's do... I mean, something like smashing Europa into a planet should give it a lot of water. Because I think there's some estimates suggest that Europa actually has more water than even the Earth does. Certainly more than Earth has on its surface. That doesn't look very fun. Let's smash in another one. And I mean, smashing this kind of stuff is going to mess up the rotation and all that stuff. If you go to the menu, you can go to Steam Workshop items. The top rated ones are pretty cool. They have the J1407 star system. Open... No. What am I looking for? Workshop. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. I never even thought to look. I don't know why. It's loading. Yes. Burn the stars. Eclipsed. So okay, so this, trying to remember if I got this right. So this is the star that was like, you know, there was something weird about it. It was like blinking, and one of the suggestions was like an alien megastructure. But it's actually just like, it's just like, oh, that's not a star. It doesn't really look like a star. The Super Saturn planet. Oh. Oh. Okay. And that's its star. Oh, this is pretty cool, actually. This would... I wonder what happens if you just let this run? Like... Oh, wait, no, I have to play it. I'm really bad for that. Oh, it's very hot. Because, like, something like this, you'd almost expect it to create moons. Like, as stuff collides. Although it looks like everything's kind of, like, feeding into the planet, maybe? The Super Saturn planet. I gotta keep up more with this stuff. I kind of... I easily forget things. I probably heard about this, but... Days per second. I mean, in order to really get anything to happen, you probably have to turn this up so high. Am I, like, it won't go any higher? Is that what's happening? Yeah, because it's going... Simulation can't run any faster. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, these gaps in the rings... Usually gaps in the rings are caused by moons. Either there's a moon in the gap that's like sucking up everything, or there's moons around that cause that area to be unstable, to be in an orbit, and it creates these little gaps. Oh, we got something happening over here. What if I just move over here and have a look? Oh. Like, it almost looks like the start of something there, like a little moon forming, maybe. Because, like, if I was to put something in here, like, I mean, Mercury's about the size of some of Jupiter's moons. I don't really want to do it. I guess it's... Oh, it has a weird inclination. Okay. But if I, like, popped Mercury in here... Oops, I accidentally made another one. Whatever. Did that even work? I don't even see it. There it is. That's weird. Alright, I can't go any faster. Simulation's too complex. Oh well, I mean, it looks very cool. Imagine being able to see that. That's the thing. That's the thing about astronomy, is that we'll never really be able to see these things. Like we can imagine what they might look like, but to see them with our own eyes, that would be the dream. I would give anything to be like in Star Trek, be able to explore these things. Because I mean, like even with the ways that we like discover and analyze these things, we don't actually get to see them. You know, like when you're studying exoplanets, you still just have like one pixel that you're working with. You're analyzing the light from that one pixel. So, you know, you would never even get, you know, only like the absolute most massive exoplanets can be seen directly, and they're like, you know, still just a pixel. Like, but you can tell that most of that pixel is a planet. Like, it's, yeah. No, but thanks for that recommendation, because I will have to remember that this stuff is in here. Is there anything else interesting? Sperm whale. Brown dwarf. Ultra realistic. Could I try and give Earth rings? I'm sure I could. Is that an option? Is that like something you can add, is add rings, or do you have to make them yourself? Let's see. If I put in the Earth. Because I mean, the Earth had rings. Well, depending on which exact process for the moon formation. Yeah, you're able to put a moon in orbit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Formed a little bit. So it's kind of the opposite, because the moon formed by a bunch of Earth's rings clumping together to form the moon. It very briefly had rings. Depending on which moon formation theory, because there's a few of them, and some of them suggest the moon was formed like much quicker, and others suggest that like the Earth had rings for a while. But we'll see. Let's put something like I don't know, let's do something interesting like Europa. So yeah, if you put something within the Roche limit, the Roche limit is the point where a moon, the gravity of the planet is too strong that the gravity of the moon can't hold it together, so it breaks apart. And I wonder if this actually says anywhere, if it gives that. That would be kind of cool. But I can just try and put them wherever looks good. So I mean, like, the moon in reality is like super far away, right? So if we put something like this close, will that break apart? No. That close? Oh wow, this has to get pretty close. That close. That close. Okay, that worked. The only problem is now it's like impacting the Earth. And you can even see right there where it's just forming a new... Oh. Oh. Oh no. That didn't quite work. That didn't quite work. I mean, it has a bit of a ring. Actually, let's slow this down slightly. I mean, this is basically what happened. This is basically how the moon formed. Something collided with the Earth, and a bunch of debris was in space, and they clumped together and made the moon. It's not quite rings in the sense, it's like, it'd be nice to have like a bunch of little objects, not just like dust. But I mean, it's kind of does it. Oh, there is a rings option. Interesting. What happens if I do this? Like, Saturn. Oh, add ring to Earth. There we go. Jupiter's rings. Order disk asteroid belt. Moon sphere. What is a moon sphere? Oh. That's one way to do it. There's a lot. You can see like all like the moons are all combining into bigger moons, while the Earth is just being absolutely pelted. Moon 25 is quite large. Some of the moons are escaping, never to be seen again. You can see now the Earth and Moon 34 are forming like a double planet system here. Interestingly, the Earth and the Moon will someday be a double planet system. Depending on how exactly you define double planet. I don't know if it actually has a proper definition currently, but as the Moon recedes, I just got a message, I'm gonna have to wrap things up here. As the Moon recedes, the Moon's orbit is going to move off of the Earth, and the Earth and the Moon are kind of going to be orbiting each other, similar to the Sun and Jupiter. If you've seen that video of mine, of something very similar is going to happen to the Earth and the Moon. And at that point, are they a planet and a moon, or are they like a double planet? It'll be interesting to kind of decide on what exactly would constitute a double planet. I don't know if there's a strict definition yet. To me, the most obvious one would be that the barycenter is not within either celestial body, but then that would make Pluto and Charon a double dwarf planet, but we don't refer to it as that. So, it's one of those things where we kind of just have to decide what we're going to do about it. Hello, Raul Gray LeBron, if I said that right. You kind of came at a bad time, because I'm going to have to be wrapping things up soon, but I appreciate you coming on anyway. This is quite the mess I got going on here now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be wrapping things up here. Too bad. I'm curious to see what happens here. It's pretty clearly just they're orbiting each other. It was a good stream, I enjoyed it. Well, thanks for hopping on, and hopefully I can get these streams a little busier, but we'll see. I'm trying to get my channel to grow, so I'm now enjoying it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely be doing more streams. So, I'm hoping to work out some kind of a schedule and figure out kind of exactly what I want to do. You know, what's popular, what people want to see. But hopefully I'll have some kind of schedule going, and yeah, I'll be able to attract some viewers and some people in the chat. That always makes it more interesting. Yeah. Well, this kind of calmed down quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I actually already I'm already at an hour and a half. That's longer than I was planning. So, I think I'm gonna have to end it here. But thanks for coming in to watch, and if you're not subscribed if you want to catch any of my future live streams or videos or whatnot. And yeah, that's all for now.